Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. I hope you're all having a great start to your week. So for the past week, I have really gotten into reading books, and I think it's mostly because the new Twilight book came out, which I have yet to get, so it will not be in this collection. So it will not be in this video just yet, but once I do get it, I do plan on reading it and giving a review. I kind of wanted to give it a little time from when it came out, so that as many people can read it as they can. So I decided that I wanted to show you my very weird arrayment of books in my book collection. I have a different array of categories of my books. I have about 27 books in total that I could find. I used to have way more books, and I'll get into the type of books that I had with each category that I have. But I used to have way more books than what I do now. So out of all my books, I have 5 different categories of books. Some of them are more than others. They are in kind of fantasy category, childhood book category, things like that. So the first one that I'm going to show you, it's only one in this category, and this is a poetry book, and it is Bittersweet Love by Michael Fede. Hopefully you can see that. It's a beautiful book. It well, it's actually kind of dirty, has some pen marks on it, and I digress. That the inside of the book is really beautiful. The next category of books that I have are kind of like, I don't know, like travel-esque books, and I don't know how to categorize these books. It is The Life of Pi. I did watch the movie before I got the book, and I actually can't even remember where I got this book from. And I also have Wild by Cheryl Strayed. I got this for, I think I got it for a class I was in back when I was in college. At this point, I decided to cut out the learning books that I have because I just didn't really like the vibe of them. But this is where everything starts to get very exciting on my end. Now to my favorite category. I'm so excited. I don't know because they're both my favorite category. I think I'll do this one first because it's the biggest one, and it's just like sitting here and staring at me menacingly. So in this book section, we have books that I have read or that I have found. It's not all of them, obviously. The books that I have read or that I have found online that I either used to have that my family members have given me, or books that I used to read when I would go to the library, which I miss going to the library, and I actually need to get a library card now. Books that I found at the library that couldn't remember the names of, and then I just suddenly just came to my mind and I found it. This is that section, and it was a very nostalgic feeling for me. This book is Beach Party. This is by R.L. Stein. I think I read this book back when I was in middle school. It is a crazy book. R.L. Stein, you should know R.L. Stein also does some Goosebumps books, which I have right here, which I'm very excited to. I need to get more. I love Goosebumps. And by the way, most of these books that I have in this collection, in my childhood book collection, I got them from Thrift Books. So I got this one from Thrift Books if you want to. They're really good, cheap books that you can find, especially if they're older books. So that's where I got this one from. R.L. Stein makes really great books, and I would highly suggest you reading some. Open your inner child and read you some R.L. Stein. The next book, what do you know? I have 2 R.L. Stein Goosebumps books. Oh my gosh. I used to actually have the biggest collection of R.L. Stein books. Night of the Living Dummy. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god. I think they took all the Goosebumps movies and, well, I guess shows. I don't think they categorize as movies. I think they took all of them off of Netflix, and so it's only like the newer Goosebumps movie, which freaking sucks. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's not my childhood, so I don't really know where to find Goosebumps anymore, the TV show. I have just with me Goosebumps, The Haunted School. I think this come out. The Haunted School. Whoa. it is, can't see, it is screwed up. I don't know how that goes. Look at that. I don't know what year this one came from. There's a stain. I feel like, oh my god, how I got my shrunken head. Don't go in the water. Dick kept walking. Oh, I love RL sign. And anyways, let's just keep going. This one is a Goosebumps Reader Beware You Choose the Scare book. And this is this is the number 10 Diary of a Mad Mummy, I believe. And the only reason I say I believe is because this book is so torn up. I've had this book for over probably 10, 15 years. I've had this book for a very long time. It is a very old book, and as you can tell, it is a old book because it has a category that you can go online and, I'm sorry, not online, but you can cut this out and say which one of these things that you want and send a check, and then they'll send it to your address. That's really funny. Get Goosebumps by R.L. Stein, and then it has a list category of books, and you can, please send me the books I have checked above. They have a list of books, and you can check them off right there that you want, and then you can submit a check, and then please add $2 to cover shipping and handling. Send check on money order, no cash or CODs, please. Put your age, your name, and your address, and they'll mail you the books. Ghost next door, You Can't Scare Me, The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight Below Town, Attack of the Mutant, it came from beneath the sink, Night of the Living Dummy 2, The Barking Ghost, The Horror at Camp Jelly Jam. I know that one, but that's not the one I was thinking about. Revenge of the Lawn Nose, The Shocker on Shock Street, The Haunted Mask 2, The Headless Ghost, The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena, How I Got My Shark in Head, Night of the Living Dummy 3, Bad Hair Day with the Bunny Rabbit, Calling All Creeps. I loved Calling All Creeps. Oh my god, Beware the Snowman. Oh my god, I am going on thrift books immediately. Where'd you buy this book? Bookstore, book fair, book club. Oh, dude. You know what, speaking of, I want to start a book club, and I know most people do book clubs and they read, like, you know, newer books and stuff like that. I want to start a nostalgic book club. I don't know if anybody does that or has that going on, but I want to start a nostalgic book club where we read Goosebumps and we read other books that we read as children, and we just reminisce and we have fun. Because that was the highlight of my childhood. That's the only thing that I remember from my childhood is reading Goosebumps. Next, Nancy Drew. I love Nancy Drew books. Nancy Drew Mysteries, this is the number 3, and this is the Bungalow Mystery. I used to have so many. Who is that? Anybody else used to write in your books? Because I find books that I've written in and I'm like, what the, who is this person? Anyways, Nancy Drew. Let's see what other books they have. Nancy Drew Mysteries Stories by Carolyn King. The Secret of the Old Clock, The Hidden Staircase, I love The Hidden Staircase, The Mystery Lilac Inn, The Secret of Shadow Branch, The Secret of Redgate Farm, The Clue in the Diary, Nancy's Mysterious Letter, The Sign of the Twisted Candles, Casper the Larkspur Lane, The Clue of the Broken Locket, The Message in the Hollow Oak. Yeah, teenage girl me loved a good YouTube book, and this YouTube book is Girl Online by Zoe Sugg. And I love this book. I actually can see where I stopped reading it. I actually got to chapter 24, page 177, and then I probably found another book to read and forgot about it, or this was probably around the time where I started dating boys. This is a good book. I can kind of vaguely remember details from this book, but maybe I should read it from the beginning again. This book right here. This book right here, bro, this book right here. Okay, so I used to go to a library a lot with my grandma when I was younger, kind of right before I got into high school, I believe. And this is a young adult book. I like reading. I don't think I'm at the point in my life just yet. I'm 23. I have one like grown up sexy book, and it's like tucked away in my drawer. I didn't even want to show y'all that because it's nasty. I don't think I'm there yet, you know, to read porn and read stuff like that. I am just a young adult book reading type of girl. I like my young adult fiction, you know, I like my young adult books. My Paula Chase is called So Not the Drama, a Del Rio Bay click novel. Bitch, this series right here is a fucking mess, bitch. I love this book. It's giving like Cheetah Girl type, you know, dynamic and the way that they talk to each other. It's about a friend group, different backgrounds and stuff like that, and it's literally just a coming of age book about a girl who is starting out high school and is learning things by herself and boys and all this stuff. When I tell y'all, I googled just anything I could to remember what this book was called for years, and I could never remember who wrote it. I just remember this cover right here, not the name, but just this pink cover with this girl right here on her phone. Suddenly it clicked in my mind, Paula Chase, and I went on through the books and I saw the entire series, and I was like, you know what, let me not get too carried away, so I just got this one. But if anything, if you like books like that, like early 2000s, she has her iPod, not even iPod, her MP3 player in her pocket while she has her phone that does this. Like, if you like that time period, if you wish things could go back to that time, because I do, everything was so much simpler back then. If you like young adult books, please freaking read this book. This book is so good. I'm actually gonna put this in my pile. Speaking of Cheetah Girls, I have 2 of the Cheetah Girls books. I have the Cheetah Girls. This is Cheetah Girls Living Large books 1 through 4. I love how Deborah, what's her name? Deborah Gregory did these books. She would put 4 books into one giant book. I think this is like the first 4 and this is the last one. Because this is books 13 through 16. This is Cheetah Girls Off the Hook 13 through 16. It's like a Bible. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. My childhood. Deborah Gregory earned her growl power as a diva about town, contributing writer for Essence, Vibe, and more magazines. Do y'all remember Essence and Vibe magazines? I don't even see them anymore. I'm upset. I miss reading. I'm reading. Anyways, I got the Cheetah Girls. Let's move on because I'm about to start crying. The last 2 books I have in my childhood category is Chicken Soup for the Soul and Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul on Love and Friendships. These books, like, I'm hugging them right now and I just feel so warm. You know what I mean? It's like one thing to talk to like a family member or your mom or your friend about stuff, like dealing with like growing up and being a teenager, because Chicken Soup for the Soul, like all these books are just so like heartwarming and informative and ew with outstanding stories by Bill Cosby. Oh god, it just made me feel so weird. Okay, anyways, Chicken Soup for the Soul, like childhood, like growing up and you're awkward and you don't know, you have questions to ask and you don't know who to talk to about these questions. Chicken Soup for the Soul was just like it. God, and it's like I want to read these books again, even though I am a 23-year-old, and see if any of the advice and the wisdom that these people in these books with their stories gave me actually helped with how my life is now, because I bet you it didn't, but it's the thought that counts. Alright, and we're on to the last section, which is most definitely, even though like my childhood books hold a very special place in my heart, obviously, these books, they aren't a lot of them, but these books just take me to another world, you know. I just pluck my brain out of my body and I'm just somewhere else, you know what I mean? These are these books. These are my fantasy magical type books. So I'm actually reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone now. I am on chapter 11, page 180, and I've actually been reading this to Sunday. Now, whether or not he listens to me or cares, we'll lay on my bed and I'll have blinds open and he'll look out the window and I'll say, you want me to read? You want to read a chapter? And he'll look at me like, I don't know what you said, but okay. I'll read him like a chapter or two each day. And so we are almost done this book. There's 17 chapters in it. And I will probably go and buy the rest of the books just so that I can have the whole thing, even though I was about to click on the camera. Screw her. We don't like her. The next book I have is The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Whoa, did I write that in there? Oh no, I got this from Thrift Books as well because somebody highlighted in there. That was not me. This is a crazy book, and that is another book that I'm going to add to my pile of finishing them. The next book that I have is actually a book that I haven't read yet, but I got it from Barnes & Noble probably like a year ago. That's how long it takes me to start a book after I buy it. This is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. It is a trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. It's just another magical book based in London, as we do. And it seems like a really good book. So I definitely do need to finish it now. This book right here, well loved. I mean, well loved. Anybody asks me a book recommendation, like, oh my god, what book should I buy? I want to start reading again. What book should I get? I always say The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern. Period. This book is so good. It is so well loved. It is disgusting. It is grimy. The pages are bent. The plastic on the front cover is lifted. You know, it's gross in here. It's nasty, and I love it. This is such a good book. I absolutely love this book. It is about magicians and magic and falling in love in a circus that pops up only at night. It's only there for one night, and then by the time the morning comes, it's gone. It's packed up. It's vanished. If you want to read a book, if you like magical type books like this, The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern. Perfect book. I love it. And the last few books we have. If you know me, you know that there is one thing that I love more than Shrek. I absolutely love and adore and can't get enough of Alice in Wonderland. I have 3 Alice in Wonderland books, and I will watch Alice in Wonderland, the original 1951 animated movie, countless times. The first one I have is Splintered by A.G. Howard. I actually got this last year. I was in South Carolina and we went to this little bookstore. This is a book that I haven't finished yet because I got sidetracked and started reading Harry Potter, but this is also in a time span of like a year. So I mean, it shows how long it takes me to read a book that is more than 300 pages. And I also got this cute little bookmark. It says, she generally gave herself very good advice, so she very seldom followed it. This is another book that I would get from the library and would just be like, oh my god, I love this book so much. It is just Alice in Wonderland. It's just the Alice's Adventures in Wonderland book. But I love this book specifically because of the illustrations. It is illustrated by Camille Rose Garcia. Let me find some pictures. First off, this is the cover. The cover in itself is so mesmerizing. Like, look at this. This is her when she eats the, I don't know, like little cake or something. It grows so huge in the rabbit's house. And the way that she drew this, like, look at that. I love their art style. This is the rabbit. This is when she has the little match with the queen. I mean, it's just Alice in Wonderland book, but the you know, the artistry in it. Like, look at how she draws the hands and stuff. Like, it's so good. Oh, I love this book. This book, the illustration is so long. And then, of course, I just have Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Third Grade Class. This is a big book, and I got it from the same bookstore for $20. No, it was $20. I got it for $8. The same bookstore in South Carolina, and it's just a huge book. It's like a child's book that we're reading at night, illustrated by, these are the original illustrations by Sir John Tenniel and friends, written by Lewis Carroll, of course. Anyways, what about Alice in Wonderland? I have been talking for almost an hour about books, and I have never been happier. That is my very all over the place book collection. It's not very sophisticated like other 23-year-olds books collection. I know it's not 500-page books and theses and stuff like that, but I love all of these books. I love all of these books. They always mean so much to me. I'm holding this book and I literally feel like I'm getting hugged by someone so much wiser than me, and not my old age. We need to read more, and like I said, I really do want to start a book club of people who like to read nostalgia factor books, childhood books, Goosebumps, things like that. So if you want to be a part of that, just leave me a comment or follow me on any of my social medias. That will be linked down below in the description, so we can get that figured out, get that started, because I would love to do that, honestly. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have read any of these books, if you like any of these books, or leave me some book suggestions that kind of are in my taste. Because I love reading leisure books now. I am just like a book fanatic. We'll see how long this lasts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I also made Instagram for my Animal Crossing Island. Hopefully I will get me a game catcher card so I can start filling videos for that, because I think that would be very nice. Follow me on all of those. Like I said, leave me a comment about the book club situation, and I'll see you guys in my next video next week. Bye.